Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about the highly anticipated, for me at least, Justice League Dark Apokolips War. In my DC animated Amazing for All Time video, you may have noticed me mention this movie, and although I didn't mention it in the video, this movie coming out was the reason I made that video, because I was just so excited and wanted to talk about all those animated movies. Enough to talk about that? Was the build up worth it? Is this a bad, good, or great movie? Let me tell you now. Let me just tell you all the characters that do something in this movie, because that alone might get you hyped. I had some practice with listing characters a couple videos back, so let's go. Darkseid, Constantine, Superman, Lois Lane, Batman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, The Flash, Green Lantern, Hal Jordan version Green Lantern, Jon Stewart, Shazam, Aquaman, Martian Manhunter, Hawkman, Lex Luthor, Nightwing, Batgirl, Batwoman, Robin, Damian Wayne, Raven, Swamp Thing, Zatanna, Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, some more Teen Titans, and I probably missed a bunch of characters. Okay, this may have been obvious when I listed the characters in this movie, but it was a crazy experience. The type of excitement and energy that this movie carried itself with, well, it can only really be compared to the Infinity Saga from the MCU. Going into this movie, I really just wanted something that was watchable, because as long as that was the case, my love for these characters was going to be enough for me to enjoy the movie. Did I enjoy the movie? Yes, definitely. Did I think it was a better movie than Under the Red Hood, Flashpoint Paradox, or Justice League Doom? No, but they are really good movies. All the simple stuff was done really well, as you'd expect in such a huge movie like this. It just has to be done well. The characters made decisions that weren't dumb for that character to make. It was a story that flowed well with a 100-minute runtime. Everything deserved to be there. Best of all, it wasn't completely deprived of life. It felt like the creators had fun making this, and of course, it was serious when necessary. It's an R-rated movie in some countries, for goodness sake. But it still felt within tone when compared to the rest of the DC animated movie universe. Some interesting things that worked for me was how brutal this movie was. That worked surprisingly well for this movie, and also how emotional this movie ended up being, with the deaths of certain characters that I will not talk about yet, and a nice conclusion for everything, really. There's not too much I can say without getting into spoilers, so if you're a DC Comics fan, watch this movie. If you watch other movies in the DC AMU, then you should watch this. If you need something good to pass the time in quarantine, watch this movie. So, I give this movie a 9.2 out of 10. It's really good. I'd recommend giving it a watch before we get into the rest of this video, because the rest of this video is spoilers, because I have to talk about them. It's crazy stuff. So, you've been warned. Spoilers now. So, if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. Come back. Last spoiler warning. Freaking crazy shit, man. This movie was... I don't even know. It was insane. There's something about it that... I don't know if it could be replicated in animation again. I don't know if I'll see a movie like this again. One day, maybe. But it all started with dead. So much deadness. Not sure if Nightwing got stabbed in the shoulder, but he definitely got beat up again. Superman was an amazing leader. He felt like the all-hopeful and caring Superman. The emotional stakes are built early, with the feeling of definite deaths coming, and the love between characters such as Constantine and Zatanna, as well as Superman and Lois. Then we get the most surprising thing in this entire movie. A turn that changed everything about what I thought would happen. The heroes were just going to Apokolips, preparing to stop the invasion when BAM! Parademons come through. Whatever happens, happens. Title card. There was a 2-year time jump, and that's 8 minutes into the movie. Weakened, broken heroes. Crazy doomsday parademons. Paradooms, I believe they were called. Right within the first 20 minutes, our heroes are changed, distraught. They've been turned against each other in small ways. Annoyed with each other is probably a better way to put it. But Batman is Darkseid's slave. Damian Wayne is awesome in this movie, and because of all the bad stuff that's happened to him, Titan's dead, Dick is insane, Batman isn't Bruce. He does stuff that he'd naturally do after all of that. Also, as an Australian, The quick bit of banter between Constantine and Captain Boomerang was hilarious. I just like that little touch in there. Harley Quinn felt like the same character as she always does, but I guess that makes sense for her. She's pretty much always the same once she's done with the Joker. Not saying that's a good thing, but she's never been a hugely developed character once she gets past a point. I just love this movie, and it's probably tied with Justice League The Flashpoint Paradox for being my third favourite animated DC movie. Throughout the movie, hope is lost and gained again and lost again. Throughout the movie, we learn what happened to our old heroes, the original Leaguers, the ones that got ripped apart first. This movie managed to give great endings to the Justice League, Teen Titans, Suicide Squad, and the Bat family, and has to be commended for that. This really was the ending of everything that started with Flashpoint, and the movie makes a couple references to what the Flash did in Flashpoint, causing this timeline, this war. The ending of this movie was, as expected, insane. When Bruce became himself again so that he wouldn't kill Robin, everything felt great. Then Darkseid tried to kill Batman, so Damian stepped in the way and he died. Robin and Batman in the DCAMU was probably the most important two-person relationship in the entire franchise, and it ends so well. Then Trigon possesses the less Superman, more people die, Lois Lane included, and that pushes Superman to become the Man of Steel once more. Raven gets the white outfit, Damian comes back to life, wait what? Everything is about to end. Trigon and Darkseid get into a fight which was just a crazy battle of devils. Apokolips is destroyed and the war is over. The struggle is not though. So the Flash does it again. He runs back in time, ending the war and all these adventures the same way he basically started it. And the franchise is done. This timeline, this universe is done. And I don't think there could have been a better way to do it. Justice League Dark Apokolips War was something special and serves as the perfect conclusion to this franchise that started back in 2013 and has come out with 15 movies. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.